Mabuhay ug madya everyone, I am Hanijin Basco Ibarolo, and now I am going to discuss about the quality management. So quality management, first is what is quality. So quality refers to the degree to which a product, service, or process meets or exceed customer expectations, requirements, and specifications. So it is about being fit for purpose, reliable, and meeting the needs of the customers. For example is kanang you are running a food delivery service. So quality management would mean ensuring that orders are accurate, so right food and right customer. Food is delivered hot and fresh. Delivery is on time. Packaging is clean and secure. So to achieve this, you might implement quality controls like first double checking orders before they go out, using insulated bags to keep food hot. Next is tracking delivery times and addressing any delays. Last is regularly inspecting packaging and cleaning procedures. So by focusing on quality, you can build customer loyalty and stand out in a competitive market. So next is customers' view on quality. So customers' view on quality are shaped by their past experiences, knowledge, and individual perspective. So each customer's perspective quality differently. So it's crucial to understand it from other point of view. So to them, quality is whatever they think it is. So sometimes customer don't understand the technical aspect. So they rely on the other factors to judge quality. For example, so a customer buys a smartphone. So ang isa ka customer might prioritize the phone, durability, and battery life. So while the other is nag-focus siya sa camera quality and design. And even if the phone technical specs are identical, the perceived quality differs based on the individual priorities. So next is reconciling the operations and the customer views of quality. So operation aim to meet customer expectations while customer judge quality based on their perception. So quality is about bringing these two, how well the product or service fits what the customer expected versus what they actually got. So next is how can quality problems be diagnosed? So gap 1. The customer specification operations specification gap. So perceived quality could be poor because there may be a mismatch between the organization own internal quality specification and the specification which is expected by the customer. So for example, imagine a customer orders a custom-made wedding cake with specific design requirements. So for example, white frosting, edible flowers, and specific color scheme. So however, the bakery's operation team na-interpret lahi ang nabuhat nilang design using a different type of frosting, omitting and edible flowers. So this create a gap between the customer's original specification and the bakery operational execution. So resulting is unhappy customer. So in this case, the gap occurs because the bakery operation team didn't accurately translate the customer requirements. So mga to na lahi ang nabuhat sa bakery kay wala nagkasinabot, and then it's leading to a mismatch between what was promised and what was delivered. So mao to. So next is gap 2. The concept specification gap. So perceived quality could be poor because there is a mismatch between the service or product and the way the organization has specified internal quality. So this happens when an actual product or service doesn't match the company owns quality specs. So for example, a restaurant policy is that food should be served within 20 minutes, but due to kitchen issues, meals are consistently served after 30 minutes. So even if customer expect a 30 minutes wait, the restaurant isn't meeting its own specs, potentially leading to poor perceived quality. Next is gap 3. So the quality specification actual quality gap. So perceived quality could be poor because there is a mismatch between actual quality and the internal quality specification. So this happens when the actual delivery falls short of company-owned quality standards. So for example, a tech quality internal spec is that all phones should be defect-free. But due to manufacturing issues, some phones have defects. So the defective phones represent a gap between the spec and actual quality, potentially leading to poor perceived quality. Next is gap 4. So the actual quality communicated image gap. So perceived quality could be poor because there is a gap between the organization external communication or market image and the actual quality delivered to the customer. So this may be because the marketing function has set an achievable expectation or operation is not capable of the level of quality expected by the customer. So this happens when the company's marketing promises more than what the actual product or service can deliver, leading to poor perceived quality. For example is a hotel. So hotel ads promise a luxurious beachfront experience. So muna siyang expectation sa mga customer, but the actual room is small and far from the beach. So muna reality. So the mismatch between the market experience and the actual delivery leads to poor perceived quality. Conformance to specification. So this means providing a service or producing a product to its design specification. Achieving conformance to specification. So there are 6 steps. So step 1 is define the quality characteristics of the service or product. So to define quality characteristics, identify the key aspects of product or service that contribute to its all-over quality. So this involves understanding the individual elements of the service and their respective quality characteristics. So for example, so restaurant quality characteristic might include food taste and presentation, service speed and friendliness, ambience and cleanliness, and value for money. So each of these elements contributes to the all-over perceived quality of the dining experience. Next is step 2. Decide how to measure each quality characteristics. So this step involves breaking down quality characteristics into measurable elements to track and control them. For example, for a restaurant service speed characteristic, so measure time from order to food arrival. Target is food served within 20 minutes. Data collection is track order times and survey customer on wait times. Next is step 3. So set quality standards for each quality characteristic. So this step involves setting specific targets for quality characteristics to define what's acceptable and what's not. So for example, guys, a restaurant gihapon. For the restaurant service speed, standard is 90% order served within 20 minutes. So this standard meets customer expectations and is achievable based on operational capacity. Next is step 4. Control quality against those standards. So where should the checks takes place? So at the start of the process, income resources may be inspected to make sure that they are to the correct specification. During the process, check may take place before a particularly cost process, prior to a difficult to check process, immediately after a process with high defective rate, before potential damage or distress might be caused, and so on. So checks may also take place after the process itself to ensure that customers do not experience non-conformance. So checks can happen at various stages. First is incoming resources, before costly processes, after high error processes, or before customer delivery. For example is kanang sa car manufacturers check. So gina-check ang income steel for quality paint job before applying final clear coat, engine assembly before installation, final product before delivery to dealership. Check every product and service or take sample. So while it might seem ideal to check every single service or product, a sample may be more practical for a number of reasons. So first is it might be dangerous to inspect everything. Second is checking everything might destroy the product or interfere with the service. Sunod is checking everything can be time consuming and costly. Last is 100% checking may not guarantee that all defects will be identified. Type 1 and Type 2 errors. Type 1 error kay those which occur when a decision was made to do something and the situation did not warrant it. Then ang Type 2 error kay those which occur when nothing was done, yet a decision to do something should have been taken as the situation did warrant it. So for example, in a warehouse inventory management, so Type 1 error is restocking shelves that don't need it, so wasting resources. Then Type 2 error is not restocking shelves that are running low, so losing sales and customer satisfaction. So ang Type 1 error is overstocking, Type 2 is understocking. Statistical Process Control, or SPC. So SPC involves monitoring a process during production or service delivery to ensure it's operating as expected. So it checks variability to determine if the process is in control. For example, in a bakery. So a bakery uses SPC to monitor bread weight. So sample, weight 5 loaves every hour. Check if weights are within acceptable range. Action is adjust oven if weights are off target. So next is step 5 and 6. Find and correct causes of poor quality and continue to make improvements. So there is an aspect of quality management that has been particularly important in shaping how quality is improved and the improvement activity made self-sustaining. So this is total quality management, or TQM. So total quality management as an extension of previous practice. So total quality management can be viewed as a logical extension of the way in which quality-related practice has progressed. Originally, quality was achieved by inspection. So the quality control, or QC, concept developed as more systematic approach to not only detecting but also treating quality problems. So quality assurance, or QA, widen the responsibility for quality to include functions or other than direct operation. So TQM, or total quality management, included much more of what went before but developed its own distinctive themes. So for the inspection is muna siyang error detection o rectification. So this prevent out of specification product and service reaching the market. So sunod is ang QA, or quality control. Statistics, process analysis, and quality standards. So this solves the root of cost and quality problems. Next is kanang QA, or quality assurance. So this is quality system, quality costing, problem solving, quality planning. So this broaden the organizational responsibility to quality. Next is the total quality management, or TQC. So quality is strategic, teamwork, self-empowerment, involves customer and supplier. So make quality central and strategic in the organization. So what is total quality management, by the way? So TQM is a way of thinking about quality that puts it at the center of everything an organization does. So it's about integrating quality efforts across all groups to produce products or services that meet customer needs at the lowest cost. So it's mindset that makes quality everyone's responsibility, guiding all activities and decisions within an organization. So this totally can be summarized by the way TQM lays particular stress on the following. So first is meeting the needs and expectations of customers. So TQM focuses on the customers, understanding their needs, wants, and preferences. So this insight drives quality goals and improvements, ensuring the organization meet customer expectations. So it is about being customer centric and listening to the voice of the customer. Next is covering all parts of the organization. So TQM involves everyone in every part of the organization working together. So each person is both customer and supplier, receiving inputs from others and providing output to others. So error internally affect external customers. So for example, a company marketing team, which is the internal customer, relies on the design team of internal supplier. So for promotional materials. So if the design team makes a mistake, kung magkamali, it impacts marketing output, which can then affect the external customer perception of the company. Next is including every person in the organization. So TQM taps into every employee's potential, encouraging creativity and innovation in all tasks. It recognizes that everyone can contribute to quality improvement. For example is a factory worker suggests a machine adjustment to reduce waste, improving efficiency by 10%. Next is a receptionist proposes a new phone system process, reducing customer wait times by 30 minutes. So these small ideas add up, making the organization more effective and efficient. Next is examining all costs which are related to quality, especially failure costs and getting things right first time. So TQM means all costs of quality are considered. So the cost of controlling quality may not be small, whether the responsibility lies with each individual or a dedicated quality control department. So it is therefore necessary to examine the costs and benefits associated with quality. So 4 categories or 4 types of cost quality. So first is prevention costs. Those costs incurred in trying to prevent problems, failures, and errors from occurring in the first place. So prevention cost is costs to prevent problems, for example, training, process design. Next is appraisal cost. Appraisal cost. Those costs associated with controlling quality to check to see if problems or errors have occurred during and after the creation of the service product. So appraisal cost is to check for errors, for example, is inspection and testing. Next is internal failure cost. So this is cost of errors caused internally. For example, ano siya is kanang scarp or rework. Next is external failure cost. So this cost of errors reaching customers. Example is repair, complainants, and lost business. Next is the relationship between quality cost. So traditional quality management assume that first, increasing appraisal and prevention costs reduce failure costs. Second is there's an optimal quality effort level that minimizes total quality cost, appraisal plus prevention plus failure cost. TQM's goals is to eliminate errors and failures to minimize quality-related costs. And traditional approach versus TQM. Instead of finding an optimal quality level, traditional TQM focuses on continuously improving quality. So prevention is key. Invest in stopping errors before they happen. For example, undergo training and then process improvements. So as a result, it reduces internal failure costs. For example, is defects and rework. So reduce external failure costs. For example, customer complaints and returns. So the next step, reduce appraisal costs as confidence in process grows. So next is TQM means including every person in the organization. So doing things right from the start changes how we manage quality. It shifts focus from fixing problems to preventing them. So this means moving from checking for errors after production to building quality and from the start. So next is developing the system and procedures which support quality and improvement. So the ISO 9000 or 900 approach. So the ISO 900 series is a set of international standards for quality management created by International Organization of Standardization. These standards represent global test practices for managing quality. The 4 other principles. First is quality management should be customer focused. Second is quality for performance should be measured. Next is quality management should be improvement driven. And last one is top management must demonstrate their commitment to maintain and continually improving management systems. So that's all for my report. Thank you.